What's in it for me? Find your own way to succeed. The world is different now. 20 years ago, if you dreamed of being an actress, you probably thought you had to move to Hollywood. If you aimed for success in business, you likely saw business school as your path. And getting your message out to millions? That meant battling for a spot on primetime TV or radio. But today, everything has changed thanks to the internet and social media. They've broken down the old barriers that used to keep people out of the spotlight, whether you're a business person, performer, or creator of any kind. Nowadays, top podcasts have millions of listeners every day. Actors, musicians, and all sorts of artists get their big breaks on platforms like YouTube and Instagram. And entrepreneurs everywhere are finding that social media lets them talk directly to potential customers like never before. As you'll discover in this summary, building your personal brand through social media is a path to success that's open to everyone. That goes for anyone from a frustrated accountant to a food lover eager to share their homemade jams, or a fashion fan looking to turn their style into cash. In these pages, you'll read about how a father and son became famous by slicing things in half, why Snapchat is a perfect place for marketers to practice, and why putting others first can actually help you succeed in business. Spark 1. Build a strong personal online brand. A strong and personal brand online is now one of the best ways to succeed as an entrepreneur. Nowadays, if you ask a kid what they want to be when they grow up, many might say, "I want to be a YouTuber." Some adults might brush that off as not a real job, but maybe those kids are onto something. Social media has exploded, making it possible for anyone to reach a huge audience. Let's look at some numbers. Around the world, people watch 1.25 billion hours of YouTube videos every day. On Instagram, they upload 66,000 photos or videos every minute. And on average, 20% of time spent on mobile phones is on Facebook. These platforms are so big and influential that anyone can make money from their personal brand. For instance, someone with just 1,000 followers on Instagram can earn $5,000 a year with only 2 posts a week. Imagine earning even more by posting more often. Gary Vaynerchuk is a great example. He turned his family's $4 million wine business into a $60 million one. His method was simple. He built a strong personal brand by speaking directly to customers. He made honest video blogs, tasting wines on camera, and giving straightforward advice. Every day, he spent hours answering every message he received on Twitter and Facebook. By helping people, he earned their trust, and they bought from him. He created personal connections with customers, like local stores used to. After mastering online marketing, Vaynerchuk started advising others. Today, he runs a large digital agency in New York, Los Angeles, Chattanooga, and London, all because he understood the power of his personal brand. Building your personal brand online can open countless doors, whether you're a kid dreaming big or an adult looking for new opportunities. Spark 2. 7 principles for great social media content creation. When you're creating content for social media, there are 7 key principles to keep in mind. Just like a house needs a strong foundation, your social media efforts need solid principles to succeed. Let's break it down. First, be authentic. People can always tell when something isn't genuine, so always be yourself and respect your audience. Second, passion is crucial. Whether it's for your product, your life, or being an entrepreneur, passion keeps you going even when things are tough. Next, patience is important. Building something worthwhile takes time, so be patient and persistent. Hard work is also vital. Instead of spending time on distractions like cat videos or binge-watching TV, use your time to make meaningful connections on platforms like Twitter. The world moves quickly, so stay informed and adapt. Keep an eye on trends and new platforms where you can engage your audience. Lastly, have the right intent. Successful entrepreneurs aren't just in it for the money. They genuinely want to help others. Consider Jenna Sword, who founded You Can Brand. She finds joy in helping others solve problems and have aha moments. When your focus is on helping others rather than just making money, people trust you more and are more likely to return. Plus, it feels good to make a positive impact. By following these principles, being authentic, passionate, patient, hardworking, attentive to trends, and altruistic, you can build a successful presence on social media. It's not just about following the latest fads. It's about building a foundation that stands the test of time and creates meaningful connections with your audience. Spark 3. Don't worry about making fancy content. Instead, just document your journey. It might seem hard to create interesting stuff for social media. Maybe you really like sports cars, but are you an expert who can do a weekly YouTube show about them? Don't let that stop you. Focus on sharing your story instead of trying to be perfect. Take Rich Roll, for example. He was a 39-year-old lawyer who was unhappy and overweight. He decided to change his life by becoming a vegan and starting to run. Later, he thought it would be cool to film and share his training for the Ultraman World Championships. His short YouTube videos about training and diet started getting thousands of views. This led to him being interviewed on CNN, which got him a book deal. He then started a popular podcast, wrote a lot on his blog, and kept making YouTube videos. Now, he's got a second book deal and speaks at big events like Goldman Sachs. He's known as someone who influences other influencers. The lesson here is that Roll didn't wait until he was perfect to start sharing. People liked seeing his journey and learning with him. So, instead of worrying about making super unique content, think about how your life could be the interesting content. For instance, Gary Vaynerchuk has a videographer who films everything he does, work stuff, even bathroom breaks and private meetings. This content helps other entrepreneurs learn. You could do something similar by regularly sharing your life on Snapchat, Instagram stories, or Facebook Live. Show moving into a new place or trying to make your own beer. It might not always go perfectly, but you could build an audience that earns you $50,000 a year through ads, brands, and affiliate deals. You might even get a book deal. Now that we've talked about how to build your personal brand, let's check out the platforms you can use to do it. Spark 4. Snapchat needs unpolished reality for brand building. Snapchat shows real life without fancy editing, and it tests how well you can build your brand. Back in 2015, DJ Khaled, a music producer, got lost on a jet ski in the dark. As he tried to find his way home, he shared his confusing journey on Snapchat until he finally made it to safety. His personal brand grew hugely because he was authentic. Khaled was one of the first stars on Snapchat because he didn't try to be perfect. He just showed his real self. His content was sometimes silly, but it was genuine. Snapchat is different from Instagram, where everything often looks so perfect that it seems fake. On Snapchat, you get a real look into someone's life. This can be tricky for marketers, but if you're already on other platforms, Snapchat lets you show a more human side. For example, Sarah, a real estate agent, might admit she loves fries despite her diet. Sean, who manages a sports store, might snap himself playing foosball with his kids. Snapchat is also tough because there are no hashtags or easy ways to share, which means you really have to offer something valuable to stand out. Lauren from the Skinny Confidential, a lifestyle blog, says when she snaps a picture of her coffee, she adds value by sharing tips like using a silicone straw or adding cinnamon for better blood sugar levels. Using Snapchat forces you to show your personality and provide useful information. Great practice for marketers. While you might not make lots of sales right away on Snapchat, it's a place where you can show who you really are. That's something to appreciate. Spark 5. Twitter is a fantastic place to get noticed by a specific target group of people. In the past, folks gathered around the water cooler to gossip about news or TV shows. Now, those conversations happen on Twitter nonstop, all day and night, with people joining in from everywhere around the world. But Twitter isn't just for chatting, it's a powerful way to stand out. Here's why. Firstly, you can tweet a lot, unlike Instagram, where posting 50 times a day would be overkill. On Twitter, it's normal to tweet frequently. Secondly, the retweet feature is key. Let's say you create a cool video mashup of rapper Drake's songs. If you share it on Twitter and it's good, people might retweet it until Drake himself and everyone else notices. Twitter also helps you build your reputation with a specific audience. For instance, if you dream of being a sports commentator, Twitter can help you get there. Start by checking out what sports topics are trending. Then, join the conversation by tweeting comments or short videos. Use popular hashtags so anyone interested in those topics will see your tweets. Engage with big influencers by replying to them and sharing your blog. At first, you might not see much happening. You'll tweet away, but not much response. Keep at it. By day 5, a journalist might retweet you, giving you 200 new followers. In a month, a sports blog might ask you to write a guest post. After a year of consistent effort, your local sports station might even invite you for an interview and possible job offer. Becoming popular on Twitter takes a lot of effort. But if you put in the work, you'll see how it can open doors for you. Spark 6. YouTube is a great platform for creating opportunities and making money, and it's time for you to get started. Did you know that young adults watch more videos on YouTube during prime time than on any TV network? While you might not land on a major TV channel like NBC anytime soon, you can start your own channel on YouTube today. Many people hesitate to start on YouTube because they think, I'm not an expert and maybe I'm not that interesting. You should ignore those doubts. Remember, documenting your journey can be just as fascinating as creating polished content. You don't need to be a whiskey expert to start a whiskey vlog. Instead, you can begin a series like Learning Whiskey with Bob, where you and your audience explore whiskey together, avoiding fancy talk and expensive drinks. No matter how specific your interests are, there's an audience for them on YouTube. Even something as mundane as garage sales can find viewers. There are videos about garage sales with hundreds of thousands of views. The best way to start on YouTube is simply to begin. If your early videos aren't perfect, that's okay. At first, maybe only your mom will watch them. But over time, your skills will improve. If your videos never attract a big audience, that's okay too. At least you've learned something, and you can try a different approach. On the other hand, great content often finds its audience. Take Dan Markham, for example. When his son needed a school project idea, they filmed themselves cutting open a baseball to see what's inside. They posted it on YouTube, and within a year, it started attracting lots of viewers and ad revenue. They continued making more What's Inside videos, slicing open items like footballs, Rubik's Cubes, and even a dead rattlesnake's rattle. Their videos have been watched over 550 million times, and they've partnered with big names like Nike and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, all from a simple school project. Spark 7. Facebook, now Meta, remains the most crucial platform due to its effective distribution and constant innovation. Despite criticisms that it's just for older generations sharing family photos, Facebook boasts an impressive 2 billion monthly active users. From a business standpoint, Facebook's strength lies in its flexibility for different types of content and how it reaches people. Whether you want to post a long vlog, a short video, or even just photos, Facebook supports it all. Its targeting capabilities are also unmatched. You can aim your posts at specific groups based on age, location, and interests with great precision. Spend a small amount, and thousands of targeted users could see your post, like one showcasing a cool skate t-shirt you designed. But can you do something truly innovative on Facebook? Absolutely. Enter Facebook Live. This feature allows you to broadcast live to your followers, interact in real time, and receive immediate feedback. While it's not easy, like live TV shows, for those skilled in video, it's a potent tool. Brittany Castro, from Financially Wise Women, demonstrates innovation in a typically conservative field, personal finance. She gained attention with a finance rap video, a surprising move for a financial advisor. Today, she's successful across all platforms, with Facebook Live being her favorite. Castro uses it to answer financial questions live, offering real value and connecting directly with potential clients. Collaborating on lives with brands like Chase Bank helps her reach even more people. In conclusion, Facebook continues to evolve and innovate. Despite doubts, it remains a powerhouse for reaching and engaging audiences. If you're looking to stand out, Facebook's flexibility and innovation provide ample opportunities for creative and effective marketing strategies. Spark 8. Instagram offers great content platform and discoverability. Instagram has become more important than ever, offering a blend of different content and easy discoverability. Before, Instagram had a problem. Everything looked too perfect. Then, they introduced stories. With stories, people can share quick photos and short videos that disappear after 24 hours. This change made Instagram less about polished pictures and more about a mix of planned and spontaneous moments. On the day stories started, the CEO admitted he hadn't posted in 6 days because nothing felt special enough. Now, users can post beautiful pictures that last and share everyday moments on stories. Stories became very popular, allowing smart users to show their personality behind the scenes. This balance helped Instagram grow. Even better, Instagram is great for business. Here's how Tom, a manager at Enavant, a clothing store in Kansas City, found success. He started posting on Instagram all the time. He shared pictures of clothes, shoes, and happy customers in their new outfits, all with the right hashtags like #Enavantwear and #FallFashion. During lunch breaks, Tom searched for stylish locals in Kansas City and messaged them directly. He said things like, "Hey, I manage Enavant. We love your style. Come by and get 25% off." Out of 40 people he messaged, 6 posted about their positive experience. Tom then invited these influencers to a fashion night with a 30% discount. The event was so fun that guests started posting their own pictures on Instagram using #Enavant. Sales at Enavant went up and Tom's personal brand grew. Thanks to his work on Instagram, he now has options. He could start his own fashion line or write a successful blog. The choice is his. Instagram's mix of curated posts and stories has made it a powerful platform for both personal and business growth. Whether you're sharing your best moments or connecting with customers, Instagram offers endless opportunities to shine. Spark 9. Next big trend, spoken word media. The latest trend everyone's talking about is spoken word media. Don't miss out before it's too late. Have you ever tried watching a video while cleaning your bathroom? It's not easy, but listening to something, that works perfectly. This is why spoken word media, like podcasts, has such a big audience. It lets people multitask. Podcasts are especially good for finding your niche. Take John Lee Dumas, for example. He loved podcasts and wanted to be an entrepreneur. When he couldn't find a podcast about real entrepreneurs' experiences, he decided to make one himself. At first, he didn't have much experience and interviewed lesser-known entrepreneurs. But with his daily show Entrepreneurs on Fire, he quickly learned and grew. Within months, his podcast was getting over 100,000 downloads. As his guests got more famous, he became well-known too. Now, he's a successful entrepreneur making millions from his podcast and other business ventures. You might think the podcast market is crowded now, but there's good news. A new platform is growing fast. Digital assistants like Amazon's Alexa and Google Assistant now offer super short spoken updates called flash briefings. The author already has a daily flash briefing you can listen to. Just tell Alexa to give you your flash briefings in the morning, and you'll hear his 1-minute motivational message. This new platform has huge potential, especially for new influencers. Imagine you're a landscaper. A quick daily tip session called Ted's Daily Garden Tips could be a fresh way to promote your business. In a few years, it might be harder to start something like this, but right now, there's a big opportunity to succeed. So, what are you waiting for? Start something interesting and see where it goes. Spoken word media is booming. Get in there and make it happen. Spark 10. Final summary. The main point of these summaries is this. If you're stuck in a job you don't like or have a business that isn't going anywhere, have the courage to make a change. Build a life and a business around something you truly love, whether it's teaching people about fashion, building custom tree houses, or running garage sales, whatever you're passionate about. Share your journey on YouTube. Use Twitter to connect with other treehouse fans. Spread your fashion ideas on Facebook and share them on Instagram. And always keep an eye out for the next big platform. Actionable advice. Reach out to others, but do it wisely. Messaging influencers, people with lots of followers on social media, directly is a great way to collaborate and get advice, so don't be afraid. Make sure you offer something valuable in return. If you can't offer exposure, think of something else to trade. Are you a designer? Offer to create unique filters in exchange for advice. Do you make pizza? Give away slices in return for a partnership. This approach can be tough. You might send many messages before getting a response, but that's why most people give up. If you keep at it, you're already ahead. Thanks for watching. If you like our work, please like, share, and subscribe. It will motivate us to create more such inspiring content. And you will be notified when we upload new content. Till the next video, stay curious and stay happy.